Rousy was no ordinary woman. She was a titan, a legend, a force of nature. Her frame was colossal, her muscles rippling beneath her ironclad armor. Her eyes, the color of molten steel, held a fierce intelligence and a steely determination. Rousy was a warrior, a conqueror, a woman who had tasted the sweet nectar of victory more times than she could count. She had fought alongside the greatest heroes of her time, her name whispered in reverence across the land. She had faced down dragons, quelled rebellions, and vanquished armies that numbered in the tens of thousands. Her sword, a relic forged in the heart of a dying star, was a weapon of unparalleled power. It was said that a single stroke from Rousy's blade could cleave a mountain in twain. But despite her many triumphs, Rousy was not content. She yearned for more, for something greater than mere glory. She wanted power, absolute power. She wanted to rule, to reign supreme over all the lands. And she believed that the only way to achieve this was to seize the crown for herself. Rousy's ambition was met with shock and disbelief. In a world where women were relegated to the sidelines, the idea of a woman becoming king was unthinkable. But Rousy was not one to be deterred. She gathered her loyal followers, a fearsome band of warriors who were as dedicated to her as she was to them. Together they marched on the royal palace, their banners flying high. The battle that ensued was a spectacle of carnage and destruction. Rousy's might was unmatched, her sword a whirlwind of death. She felled knights and lords alike, her fury a tempest that swept away all who stood in her path. In the end, she emerged victorious, the crown clutched tightly in her iron fist. Rousy was now the queen, the ruler of a vast empire. But her reign was far from peaceful. Many of her subjects, particularly the nobles, resented her ascension to the throne. They saw her as an usurper, a woman who had no right to wield such power. Rousy, however, was determined to prove them wrong. She enacted reforms that benefited the common people, ensuring that everyone had access to food, shelter, and education. She also strengthened the kingdom's defenses, making it a fortress that was virtually impregnable. But even as she worked to consolidate her power, Rousy knew that her reign would be short-lived. She was a warrior, not a ruler. Her heart yearned for the thrill of battle, the rush of adrenaline that came with facing a formidable foe. And so, Rousy left the throne to her son, a young and promising warrior who was destined to carry on her legacy. She returned to the battlefield, her sword raised high, ready to face whatever challenges the world might throw her way. For Rousy, the journey was never over. The adventure was just beginning. Like, share, and subscribe.